G'day everyone, it's Chris Carlin here, masteryourmoneynow.com.au, helping you take control of your finances from the comfort of your own home. And what I want to talk about in this week's Whiteboard Wednesday, it's a topic that's come up a lot, is Afterpay. What is Afterpay? How does it work? Should it be something that I'm using? Let's have a discussion about it. So what is Afterpay? Apart from being a stock that's just going through the roof at the moment, Afterpay kind of works like a reverse lay-by. So if you think about traditional lay-by 10, 20 years ago, what you did is you said, yep, I want this particular item. Let's just say a stereo, for example. It's $500 stereo. I'm not sure anyone will pay $500 for a stereo these days, but anyway, it's so you've got this stereo, but you didn't have the money for it. You said to the store, I want this item, but I can't pay for it now. What I want you to do is put it aside, and then I'll make regular payments, and then once I've made all the payments, then I can take the stereo home. That's how a traditional lay-by works. The way Afterpay works is a bit different, is that you take that stereo away straight away, and then you make those regular repayments to the Afterpay provider, to the store, and then you pay off that debt. So that's the difference. Rather than waiting for you to pay off the stereo, in this example, to get the item, you get the item straight away, and then you've got to pay it off. It's something that's really taken off. It's a scheme that's been working, really increased in popularity, especially with Gen X, Gen Y, but there's certainly a few trips and traps. First and foremost, what I always think is people, the reason they like Afterpay, because it enables them to, quote, spend more than what they can afford, which just goes against every single financial principle to begin with, because if you can't afford it, why are you spending it anyway? So I'd suggest if you need to use Afterpay, maybe it's actually better for you to actually start saving, putting a budget in place so you don't have to spend it. Now, the counter argument to that is, well, it doesn't cost me any interest. It doesn't cost me anything. Now, technically, for most situations, that is true if you pay it back on time. And this is the catch. If you don't pay it back on time, then the fees become astronomical. You could almost pay up to double what that original cost was. So if you're going for a $500 stereo, you could be paying an extra $500 in fees if you don't pay your things back on time. And I'm suggesting if you're spending more than what you can afford, that is a real risk. So that's certainly something I want to think about. The second thing is, let's make it abundantly clear, this is debt. Some people think it's not debt, it's technically not debt because you're not paying any interest. No, that's not true. This is something that will appear on your credit report, especially if you've got something outstanding or you haven't made a payment back. Yes, whilst they don't do a credit check directly up front, they are still linking all this information is going to your credit report. And if you don't pay it back or you don't pay it back in time, then use will come up. So we've had people that applied for home loans, for car loans, and something on their Afterpay report or something similar scheme has popped up, and that has been a roadblock to them getting a home loan. So please be careful with these schemes. This scheme is debt. It's not prettied up. This is a debt scheme. It's helping you to spend more than what you can afford. And if you are in that situation, please stop doing it. Get a budget in place, manage your cash flow better, and make sure that you're able to save for what you can afford, and then so you don't have to worry about any repercussions about buying a particular item ever again. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you share it with your friends, family, work colleagues, someone who can get some benefit out of it. And if cash flow management is something that you want to discuss in a bit more detail, go to masteryourmoneynow.com.au/get started. Book yourself in for a free 30-minute consultation with myself or one of my team members, and we can have a chat about your situation. My name's Chris Carlin from Master Your Money Now. Looking forward to seeing you in next week's Whiteboard Wednesday.